Hi, everybody. How are you today? Doing pretty well? We had huge snowflakes falling down. They were like this big. Of course, they're gone, but it was kind of pretty. It's an overcast and chilly day. We've had rain for a few days, and that called to my attention that I have a leak in my roof. So many of you have seen my house from the outside from the summer broadcasts, but the house will be 100 years old sometime in the next 5 or 6 years, and it has three dormers uh, up in the attic. It's a beautiful attic. If I were younger, I would have lived in the upstairs apartment and converted the attic into this huge master suite. But at any rate, I don't know why I got started off on that. My tenant called me yesterday and said, "Oh, I have water dripping down into my dining room." And so I went racing up to the attic to find that, yes, indeed, around one of the dormers, it looks like some of the wood had rotted away because whoever did the roofing initially did a shoddy job and didn't put plywood right up to the valley where the dormer juts out. And I'd had two of the dormers fixed a few years ago, but we didn't think there was anything wrong with the third one, but boy, were we wrong about that. So I have a roofer coming sometime today to take a look at it, and I'll hope that it's not a huge deal. But it made me think about how our roofs leak, and sometimes things need to be fixed. Now, about the same time, I got an email from a couple who's been part of South Church or New Life Church. I don't want to say too much. It was from one of the two churches that has a long history with us. And they have decided over this COVID time, they've been visiting other churches online, which I think is a wonderful thing. I almost left our church, not South, the Presbyterian Church, at different times in my life. And it was important for me to scout out other places and to figure out what it is I believed. And you can do that best when you're comparing, I think, at any rate. This is a couple where she has not been terribly involved and he has been more so. I know it's reversed, isn't it? Often it's the woman who's more involved. And I'm really happy for them because I think they found a great place that will work better for them, I'm guessing. It meets more of it aligns with them a little better, perhaps, and their history and their drive for social justice and working on things in the field, out in the world. At any rate, they wanted to let me know, which is very nice, that they won't be coming back. And I so appreciate that because usually people just leave churches. They never let people know or to know why. So I really respect that and I'm grateful for it. But that happened at about the same time my roof was leaking. And I'm thinking, I think there's a connection here that when something isn't working for you, you have to try something else or you have to fix it. You have to find a way to make it work, whether it's your roof or your church or your faith or fill in the blanks, whatever it is, maybe where you go to school. Maybe it's even a friendship. It's not working for you. Then this morning I had a phone call with a woman who is struggling because some relationships that she and her husband have are strained just because their friends don't see things the way they see them. We have to know who we are. And we have to know when things aren't working. And sometimes it's really obvious, like a leak in the roof and water pouring down into your dining room, which thank God it wasn't doing that, but you know what I mean. We have to be able to recognize when things aren't working. And then to be willing and able to call somebody for help, either to have them fix it or to show them new ways or maybe introduce us to something new, a different way of doing whatever it is that's not working. And sometimes I think that we humans and we Christians hang on too long to things that aren't working because we think we have to, or we think that God helps those who help themselves. Oh, I hate that. There's nothing in the Bible about that. God doesn't require us to break our backs before we're given grace. The grace is ours. We are a post-resurrection people, no matter what. We don't have to do anything to get it. That's the wild thing about God's grace. It just is, and it's ours. Boom. God does not expect us to change in order to get grace or salvation or whatever. Fill in your own blank there. It comes to us, and as a result of receiving that, our life is changed. The change doesn't come first and then it's a reward. It's that we are given this gift of grace and love and everything else, and it changes our lives as a result. So I just offer that up to you today to say, what needs to change in your life? What is not meshing with who you are or what your values are or who you want to be? What is it? And don't be afraid then to ask God to help you change it. Okay? That's the message for today. Thanks for joining me for these few minutes to think of something greater than yourself. And this prayerful pause with the pastor has now been online for, we're coming up on our 9th month. It's really something, isn't it? Thanks for hanging in with it. I hope it continues to inspire you to think of something, just to carve out a little time each day. Think of something greater than ourselves, because that's the basis of prayer, connecting with that which is greater than ourselves. Okay, everybody. I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope you have a great day. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.